Hello, thank you for joining us today. And you found us here at the E-Spot, where we're going to be guiding you through the carbon cycle in terrestrial systems, so the carbon cycle on land. Before you begin, you need to get yourself into a comfortable place. This can be sitting or it can be laying down. Preferably if you could be outside where you could feel nature's elements on your skin would be ideal, but you can also just envision these through our meditation. We will be working for about 20 minutes, so you need to turn off your notifications, put your phone to do not disturb. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to try to quiet our mind and try to connect with our body. We've been working all day, and your brain is filled with to-do lists, with things that still need to be done. You do not need to worry about these right now. Take these next 20 minutes for just you to be able to focus and relax and learn at the same time. First thing we're going to do is take some deep breaths, and all you want to do is just focus on the air coming in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And when you take these deep breaths, you want to focus on making sure that the breath out is longer than the breath in. This will stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system, and it will make sure that you are in a state of relaxation. Take a moment now to take 3 deep breaths in and slowly release out. As you are sitting or lying, you want to start to feel your physical body and feel the space that your cells and your mass takes up in the air around you. You want to feel gravity pulling on your weight and pulling you towards the surface that's supporting you. You can feel a little bit of heaviness of where your skin and clothing make contact with your chair or bed. Start at the tip of your head, and you're going to imagine that there's a very heavy wave of lead water, and this water is very, very relaxing. Every part of your body that it touches is going to immediately relax when this lead water pours itself slowly over top of you. Try to imagine the very tallest part of your head, and you're going to start there with the wave moving down. You can feel it moving through each of the hairs on your head, and it's starting to encase the top of your head like a hat, and it slowly starts to move down. As it's moving, you can feel that it's pulling all of the tension from the top of your head down with the wave. All of the muscles that this wave comes in contact with are going to loosen, and they're going to relax. As this wave hits your forehead, you feel it starting to move down, your eyebrows relaxing, moving further away from your scalp. All the little lines in your forehead starting to unwrinkle. You can feel the wave moving down the sides of your head down the back of your head, and feel all that tension that you've been keeping in your body, releasing and being pulled downwards with this silver lead water. As it moves over your eyebrows, it moves through the little hairs and over your eyes and eyelashes, and you feel it taking all the weight from all around as it's pulling it down, and your eyes become free. Your eyebrows move freely, and you start to feel all those tight muscles in your face just start to slowly give way. It moves down in your ears. Your ears wiggle a little bit from being released from all the tension. And it moves down the back of your head into that tender spot where we hold a lot of our tension between our head and our neck. As it moves past your face, you feel it taking all the tension from your jaw, from all the talking, tensing, grinding from your day, and your mouth just starts to hang loose a little bit more. Your tongue becomes loose in your mouth. Feel your teeth maybe separate a little bit. As the wave continues to move down your neck, you feel your throat open up a little bit. You feel the muscles in the back of your neck giving way, not having to support the weight of your head. Letting it all hang loose on your pillow or your chair. Now you feel this lead weight moving down to your shoulders. You feel the weight pressing down as it's pulling all of the tension from the top of your head. And as it moves over your shoulders and over your chest, over the top of your back, it starts to move down, and it's pulling all of the weight with it. As it moves down your throat, it gets to your chest, and it starts to spread across your shoulders. Your neck lengthen just a little bit as all those muscles that have been tense all day slowly give way, and your neck feels longer. As this wave moves down your arms, you can feel it moving through all the hairs on your skin, moving downward around your elbow, around the tight muscles of your forearm from typing and writing and moving, making your fingers twitch a little bit from the relaxation, and coming all the way down your hands, down each finger, and dripping all the tension from your arms down through your hands, out through your fingertips. A large wave continues down your chest, and it moves to your abdomen, where you slowly feel all of your stomach muscles and rib cage open up just slightly. You feel breathing just a little bit easier, moving your way down, and you can feel the weight of this heavy water pooling in your pelvis. And as it pools there, it's dragging all of the tension from your torso and pulling it out with it. As it spills over into your legs, it moves down each thigh, down each hamstring, pulling all of the tension from walking and running, standing and sitting, taking it all down through your legs, getting heavier as it keeps pulling all the tension, going down past your knees, past your calves, and as it gets to the top of your feet, it feels like a heavy weighted blanket circling your feet. And you can feel all the last drips of tension pooling down by your feet. And as it slowly massages your feet and moving down, it drips off every last toe, pulling the last little bits of tension from your body. You are now going to focus in on your breathing. Feel the air move into your lungs. Imagine with your microscope eyes that you can see particles of air moving in and out of your lungs. Focus on one carbon atom in a carbon dioxide molecule that has been created through respiration from one of your cells. It is now on its journey out of your body through your exhalation. Follow this carbon dioxide molecule as it leaves your body through your breath and enters the air around you. Feel the tight attachment between you and the two oxygen molecules double bonded to either side of you. In this state, you are light and free. You are easily moved by air currents and are constantly moving against other molecules freely as you bump into them in the air. You feel a strong breeze pushing you closer to a wet, swampy area. And as you get closer to a giant plant, you can feel a slight pull as you bump against a leaf and enter a stomata opening. Inside the leaf, you feel the moist warmth of the sunlight bathing the leaf, and the water mixing all around you with other molecules frequently bumping into you. You are shuttled into a chloroplast where here you feel the electric energy of photons of light pulling at the oxygen molecules on either side of you. Through the process of photosynthesis, you've been reconfigured with new atoms of hydrogen and oxygen to become a glucose molecule. Here in your solid state, in your ring structure, you are more confined and you cannot move about as freely. You join with thousands of other glucose molecules to become long chains of starches that are used in the plant for energy and building tissue. You are now linked with trillions upon trillions of other carbon atoms in long chains in the center xylem tissue of the plant, creating the hardwood center. You can feel the rigidity and strength of the numbers of carbon that surround you in their geometrical, perfect shapes. Many years pass in this configuration, hearing the sounds of the swamp around you, the water flowing through your xylem pipes, feeling the hot and cold of changing seasons. After a long time, the plant no longer can support itself and falls into the surrounding water. You can feel the weight of the water above you pressing down all around you. By chance events, the plant does not decompose, but rather is compressed as more layers of rock and debris fall upon you. You begin the long process of fossilization. Years pass into decades and millennia to millions of years, and the weight of layered rock on top of you and the heat of the earth start to compress the plant tissue into a new solid structure of coal. Deep in the earth's crust, there's very little movement. Sometimes a deep rumbling is heard below, or grinding rock of layers of continents grinding against each other, or the crack of rock splitting. One day, a drilling sound starts faint above your head, and scraping noises begin as they come down through the layers of rock, excavating out the coal from the seam bed. You can hear and feel the cracking and loosening of the confining tight spaces that you've been in for eons. As you approach the surface, you can feel the warm sunlight and the cool breeze again moving around you. You are placed in a train that takes you far distances to an energy plant. Here, you are placed in large containers and you can feel the heat all around you rising rapidly, getting hotter and hotter until there is enough energy that your molecule combusts with oxygen to create carbon dioxide again. And you are released back into the atmosphere. Your time in the atmosphere is short, however, as you bump into another plant. This time, a blade of grass has transformed you into its leaf tissue. Your time in the leaf is brief, as a large deer herbivore has used its teeth to cut the leaf from its roots. You feel the rapid movement around the animal's mouth, being crushed and mixed with saliva to then be swallowed. As you slide down the animal's esophagus into its digestive system, you encounter many enzymes and acids that begin to break the bonds and free you from your glucose neighbors until you are a free individual glucose monomer in the small intestines. The space is small and you move in a thick liquid past millions of tiny projectile villi until you stop on the surface and are shuttled across into the bloodstream of the animal. Moving through the animal's bloodstream feels like a stop and start roller coaster as the heart beats in rhythmic pumps. Once you meet a single cell at the end of a capillary tunnel, you are shuttled across the cell membrane to then enter the cytosol matrix of the cell. Here you encounter the mitochondria organelle, where inside elaborate machinery systematically takes your molecule apart, piece by piece, until you are left as a carbon dioxide molecule, again to be discarded as waste back through the bloodstream and out of the lungs of the animal to join the atmosphere once more. There are endless paths and stories of carbon atoms as they move through the carbon cycle. One thing remains true, that carbon atoms are never created or destroyed, but instead simply change form through processes involving energy and spend varied amounts of time in different sinks along its path. Our guided meditation is over. You may continue to lie and relax, or you may slowly rise to continue your day. We hope that you enjoyed our meditation, and we wish you a wonderful day.